Today, I got this grimy ass Nintendo GameCube controller. I'm gonna clean it up and bring it back to life. So Nintendo, they use a special screw called a tri-wing. So you're gonna need a tri-wing bit or a tri-wing screwdriver to get this thing open. You can order one online or go to your local store. You might be able to find one. There's a total of 6 tri-wing screws in the back. You're gonna have to pop those out in order to access the components inside the controller. So when we get all the screws out, we're gonna pop out the back side. But first, I'm gonna clean up the screws because they look a little grimy. So I'm gonna soak them in this alcohol for a little bit while I'm working on the controller. I made sure to get the worst looking controller for this video, and I think I did just that. This shit is disgusting. I should have wore gloves, but it's all good. I'm gonna bathe in bleach after this shit. So now that we got access to the back side of the controller, it's time to clean up all this buildup and grime that's been accumulating over the years. Get a little cotton swab and a Q-tip to clean this thing up. And then we move to the L and R button. In order to get those out, you need a regular Phillips screwdriver. So I'm gonna swap my bit. There are 4 different screws, 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side. And there's a little plastic covering. I'm gonna soak that in alcohol, just like everything else, because this thing is fucking nasty. And you see how the triggers work, a little spring action. So I'm gonna pop those out, get those cleaned up, and then we're gonna finish working on the back side, and I'm gonna scrub that, get it all cleaned up. I can't get all the scratches and scuffs out the controller, but I could clean up all that built up dirt and grime. I'm gonna pop back in the L and R button and get the 4 screws back in that hold them in place. And then we're gonna move on to the front side of the controller with the main buttons. As you can see, it looks a little better, but now let's get to the front side. You're gonna see it's a little nasty, and that's the whole reason behind this, is restoring this and making it look a little better. So we're gonna hit it with the Q-tip, soak some pieces in alcohol, clean up the motherboard and all the components. I'm gonna replace the analog stick, because look at it. We're gonna clean up the remaining debris under it, make sure it's all good. And I'm gonna replace the C control stick, the yellow one right there. Pop both of those in. Look at that, huge difference. It's gonna make this controller look a lot better. It's gonna make it pop compared to what it used to look like. And here's the new C stick. I'm gonna put that in place. Look at that, sparkly. And then we're gonna move on to the A, B, X, Y buttons and the directional buttons. And don't forget, the GameCube is 23 years old. This shit has been building up grime for over 2 decades. Some dirty ass kid was playing Mario Kart, eating hot Cheetos, winning, losing games, fucking throwing the controller. But we gonna bounce it back. Look at this shit, man, disgusting. All I could do is think about that bleach bath right now. Remember the infamous Z button, especially on the Nintendo 64 on the back side? You remember that shit. Now let's get this front plastic cleaned up. This is the indigo colorway. When I was a kid, I had the platinum GameCube, and it's still my favorite console to this day. Remember the GameCube was $99? All right, let's get back to these buttons. We're gonna get them back into the controller and piece this thing back together. You got the A button, B button, X button, Y button, and clean up this directional button. Get that back in place. Then we almost done with this shit, man. You see the progress? We getting there. It's looking better. Let's get that Z button back in place. Then we're ready to screw this shit back up. It's looking nice though, compared to what it looked like. Remember the tri-wing? Let's get them motherfuckers back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's a wrap. Play the motherfucking music.